I am back today with an impressive scope for a 6.5 Creedmoor or 2.24 Valkyrie, depending on the configuration you have. This is the brand new Primary Arms SLx 5-25 first focal plane rifle scope with the illuminated ACSS Apollo reticle for the 6.5 Creedmoor and 2.24 Valkyrie. Having something like this is very nice, especially at the range where you don't necessarily want to calculate bullet drop for your specific caliber. Primary Arms takes all of the guesswork out of it and gives you a very usable reticle for caliber specific rifle setups. Now they have this available in a ton of different configurations. This is the first time trying out this 6.5 Creedmoor in the 2.24 Valkyrie version. It's also the first time trying out this brand new lineup of the SLx 5-25. That is a very nice zoom capability because the 5 power setting allows you to scan across the field, really get a wide field of view, and the 25 power setting allows you to take shots well out to 1,000 yards. A little side note, my first ever 1,000-yard shots was with a Primary Arms rifle scope at an industry event, and it sure made it simple. The other cool thing about this is it's very affordable considering all the specs features, especially that advanced reticle coming in at $599. All of the information can be had on the campsite page, and we're going to dive right into the detailed specs and features and performance of this optic. Before we do, I do want to give some housekeeping. One, a huge shout out to American Pawn & Gun, located in Monroe, North Carolina. They gave me the hookup on some 6.5 Creedmoor ammo to run this, and they had a lot of it in stock, so that was really nice of them. I'm always in there. In fact, I just did a pawn shop find video you'll want to check out, and they're also doing something special in March for my viewers, so you'll want to sign up for their email alerts. The next thing I want to discuss is the rifle it's sitting on. This is the Diamondback Firearms 6.5 Creedmoor AR-10, and man, is this a shining example of a high-value AR-10 that packs a punch. Very elegant in its design, very user-friendly, incredibly reliable and accurate. I also have the code 704TAC or 704TAC off of Diamondback Firearms site, so definitely check those guys out as well. So inside the box, you actually get the optic itself, the throw lever, flip-up lens covers, and a second low-profile turret, and that's about it. Primary Arms doesn't include any scope rings, so I selected the Athlon that I grabbed from Amazon, although here I'm recently finding a little bit better 34mm mounts that I'm going to be posting on the channel from Monstrum Tactical. Subscribe to the channel to catch all that. Also, if you like any of this at the end of the video, remember to check out the campsite page in the description below for a ton more information. The first thing I want to discuss is the overall footprint and build quality. And when you pull this optic out of the box, you know it's a quality optic. The fit and finish is spectacular. The build quality is awesome, especially at the $600 price point. I wouldn't expect anything less from Primary Arms. Now at the top, the turrets do not lock, so there's no locking turrets on this optic. I would kind of like to see that, but again, we were talking about the $600 price point and not like the $1,000 or $2,000 price point. It does have a cap side turrets. The turrets themselves are very audible and tactile. Are they the best I've ever felt? No, but again, we were talking about a $600 scope, but for a $600 scope, these are very nice. No complaints whatsoever. Very good, usable turrets, very legible turrets. Everything works out, sights in and tracks as they should. On the side, you've got the side parallax adjustment, which is really nice. A little bit stiff for my liking, but overall very good side parallax adjustment. And then the illumination on Primary Arms always has that off position in this SLx lineup, and it gets fairly bright. Not daytime bright, but definitely bright enough for your twilight and dusk shooting. That's where I want to transition to the zoom capabilities of this optic, especially with the throw lever that's included. It works out incredibly well. It's easy, it's smooth, and it does the job of what you need it to. Now, when we're talking about a 5-25, the Primary Arms optics really nailed it when it comes to their zoom capabilities, because the 5 power setting allows you to get a wide field of view to track something across a field. If you were using this for hunting applications, tracking a coyote across a field or some type of animal across a field, then you can zoom it in and take your shots. Also, if you just want to plink close up at 100 yards or even 50 yards, the 5 power setting does great. If you want to take it out to 1,000 yards, you can zoom it up to the 10. Heck, even the 25 power setting. That's how much versatility you have. And for reference, back in the day when I first started reviewing optics, you were kind of stuck with a 3-9, a 4-16, and a 6-24. So not even that. It was more of like a 6 or 8-24. And then you were very limited in your eye relief on those higher end models. This one gives you a great eye relief and eye box, both at the 5 power setting and at the 25 power setting, and you're not limited at all. And the eye box and eye relief is how far away or close up you are to the optic without it blacking out and losing the reticle. Primary Arms is ultra forgiving at the 5 power setting, and you really don't get that tunnel vision like you do on other optics at the 25 power setting. They've done an amazing job with that. The glass clarity is very good, the light transmission is very good, and overall just the build quality of this optic is absolutely spectacular. Now we are talking about a 34mm tube, so that gives you a ton of tracking up, down, left, and right, and light transmission through. I don't know if I mentioned that before. That's kind of why that 34mm tube option is going to be key when you're selecting those mounts, so something to consider. Now let's talk a little bit about the reticle system, because honestly that's where Primary Arms knocks all of their competitors out of the way. They just blow me away at the design of their reticle systems. This one again is that Apollo BDC reticle system, meaning bullet drop compensation. So when you put this on here, you don't actually have to calculate the bullet drop for your rounds. You just line up accordingly, and then it will do all of the work for you. So if it's 200 yards, you put it on the 2. 800 yards, you put it on the 8. You can also range your target, as you can see in the right-hand quadrant, the upper right-hand quadrant of that axis. You can see right there that ranging. It talks exactly about your mils. It has a chevron in the center, so when you zoom in, you actually get an infinity point for precision shooting, so you're not blocking out your target. It describes all of the windage and elevation on this reticle system, and it also describes the ranging effectively. And this booklet is pretty slick, and they include it inside the box so you can understand your reticle system no matter what reticle you're selecting. Primary Arms is known for the reticles and are second to none in my opinion, no matter what price point you're at. They really just nail it, and they don't skimp on the build quality. Combine that with good glass and you're looking at an insanely high value option for your 6.5 Creedmoor or 224 Valkyrie build. It fits perfectly on top of this AR-10 by Diamondback. It works out great. I absolutely love it. I think you will too. All of the information will be in the description below, and definitely check out that campsite page. Follow me on my Instagram page and my Patreon page for all the daily deals and updates. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.